Today on High on Horror, we're coming to you straight from the heart of the chaos, Fantasia Festival, where we're on the ground as part of the official media wing, getting a first look at what's about to shake up the horror world. Today's episode is all about the 5 films we're most excited for, the premieres that have us buzzing, the titles already turning heads, and the ones we think you need on your radar before the wider world catches on. From brutal slashers to brain-bending psychological freakouts, we're covering the standouts and maybe dropping a few behind-the-scenes tidbits from the festival floor. Consider this your insider's guide to the horror that's about to hit big, all that and more, right now on High on Horror. Interviews, reviews, and the latest news all rolled into one.
Alright, this ain't a normal episode, so we're just going to dispense with the formalities. We're going to be passing around a bong. We're smoking some grape gushers. Maybe it's on Leafly, who knows. We're just getting into shit here. The first movie we have is Together. It's a U.S. film starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco as Millie and Tim. And they've been a couple for 10 years of unwed, well, not exactly bliss. And the fraying ends of their relationship are about to become seriously unraveled. Millie has just won a teaching job that requires them to move away from the city and all their friends to a house in the middle of a forested area. What we already know, and they realize too late, is that there's an uncanny energy dwelling from those woods. And even as Millie and Tim's interpersonal anxieties drive them further apart, that force begins to bind them in both figurative and literal ways, as their bodies begin a symbiotic relationship that expresses itself even when they're separated. They're forced to take drastic measures to prevent themselves from being joined together forever. With Together, writer-director Michael Shanks has made a debut feature centered on a perfect metaphor to unite the body horror and troubled relationship genres. Following up several shorts, including the award-winning Reboot It, he opens with an eerie bit of foreshadowing, follows up quickly with a very awkward proposal, and then inexorably binds his codependent couple with a supernatural influence to fleshy and freaky results. Married in real life, Brie and Franco bring plenty of lived-in chemistry, though not, one hopes, any autobiographical inspiration to their roles. We can truly feel both the tainted love and the growing tension between them, which means that we also feel in a more visceral manner the physical misfortunes that befall them. Having seriously roused crowds at Sundance, Together makes its Canadian premiere to delightfully discuss the Fantasia audience with its mix of cinematic smarts and serious gross-outs. And that was written by Michael Gringold, and all the reviews from all the films. This one's by far the longest, but we're getting these all from Fantasia themselves. What did you think of it?
No, Together was one of the ones from the start. I had seen the trailer.
Yeah,
so
when we started naming them off, you were like, ooh, I hadn't seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, when I heard it on there, I was like, yeah, that's definitely going to be one. See, like, the thing is, even though there's a new trailer out, the one that we just watched, like, before recording this, that's not a trailer that I've actually seen, the new one we just watched. But the thing is, I don't know enough about it, but it's what it's showed me is enough to make me intrigued. And I know part of it is that I think that Dave Franco is good. I really think he's a decent actor. Even his comedy is really good too. But this really kind of looks like a psychotic Cronenberg movie. So I'm like, I'm kind of in.
That. I feel like all these movies, there's just something in all the trailers that we watched that I feel like you could look back to previous movies and just see, that had a little influence on it.
Yeah, we're getting old, man. We can see all the influences, yeah.
But, yeah, I think it looks solid, too. Obviously, these are the 5 that we all agreed on, so we enjoyed all these trailers. It looks super creepy. I like the codependency idea of them, kind of, at least from the trailer. We haven't seen any of the movies either yet. This is all pre-festival. But kind of looks like they're becoming one person. It should be interesting to see the effects on that.
Yeah, there's definitely something supernatural going on. It looks like there's also... I'm sorry, I'm talking fast. I do that when I get high. It looks like there's also some cult activity going on, and some shit. So definitely some creepy vibes going on.
And it's funny you brought up you like Dave Franco and you mentioned his comedies. Dude, the first thing, his scream, or his yelling, I should say. His yelling reminded me of the scene in Neighbors where he just starts yelling. I can't remember. I think he's yelling at Zac Efron at one point when they have a fight. He's just yelling. I was like, it sounds straight out of Neighbors. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I didn't.
But we'll go ahead and move on to our next film here.
Okay. The next one that we're looking forward to a lot is Kazakh Scary Tales from Kazakhstan. This is continuing a breathtaking marathon of creation. Multi-time award winner Atakan Yurzanov, who had done Steppenwolf, The Owners, the gentle indifference of the world, has turned his visionary lens towards a skin-crawling occult horror storytelling. A cop ventures into a remote village to investigate a gruesome series of inexplicable events and soon finds himself in the center of an otherworldly storm of local witchcraft and death. Sign me up. It becomes clear that the curse of Albesty, a spirit said to devour infants, is horrifyingly real, bringing nightmarish regional folk horror to the screen through a tense neo-noir Trojan horse. Kazakh Scary Tales was produced as an anthology series for a domestic streamer, but deemed too frightening as focus groups. So Fantasia will be presenting the first 3 episodes as a complete feature narrative for the first time. And this is the first time that anything from the series will be shown anywhere in the world. A stunning, disturbing work featuring a cast that is well acclaimed. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it looks gory.
Yeah, it did.
Unfortunately, neither of us speak the language, so that was a bit of a barrier, but you could still kind of gather what's going on. It looks dark as hell, though. I'm hoping we can get a screener and maybe some subtitles.
My note, literally, for the trailer was just, looks disturbing and fucked up. And I mean, that's really all it takes. Yeah.
I would agree with that. So we'll move on to our third film here. All right, our next film here. We've seen like 3 titles for it. What Fantasia sent us said The Book of Shijin and Elaine. Mm-hmm. And the trailer we watched just showed Shijin.
Yeah, so we're not really sure how this is going to hit the market.
And then IMDb had another third title that incorporated both the Shijin and the Elaine. But I don't know. At the festival, they're going with The Book of Shijin and Elaine. So this film is actually from Indonesia. Mm-hmm. And a woman regularly belittled and bullied by her employers calls upon evil forces to obtain her vengeance in the most heinous of ways. Blended Islamic folk horror, ocular torture a la Leocho... Jesus Christ. That's the name I mess up? Fucking Christ. Some torture looks like some Fulci work. There you go. And imagery invoking the evil dead. Indonesian director Hadrad Dayang Ratu's The Book of Shijin and Elaine will satiate even the most ravenous fans of gore and ultra-violence.
All right.
Writer Lili. See, you were smarter. I thought I'd be able to get the names. You were smarter. Offers a gut-churning script that plunges us into the heart of a waking nightmare in which even children aren't safe and can end up splattering the walls like miniature Jackson Pollock artworks.
Damn.
Viewer discretion is highly advised here, as Indonesia has become an inexhaustible source of terrifying works, generous in their offering of gore, twisted tales, and fascinating Muslim mythology populated by jinns and other demons. All we can really do is sit back and take pleasure in discovering and exploring to our own risk and peril. It's apparently going to be its North American debut.
More of that black magic shit.
Yeah, and I mean, you said the last one looked fucked up. This shit looked fucked up too.
It did, and Indonesia.
And we were both skeptical when we were reading through the description, and I brought up that they said they were going to compare themselves to Fulci and Evil Dead, but I mean, it looks like it's going to be gory as hell.
Yeah, I mean, again, comparing yourself to Fulci and Evil Dead, that's a big swing, but you got my attention, and the trailer looked good, and anything with black magic or supernatural usually gets under my skin. That's the type of shit that scares me the most, so, I mean, that definitely has that going for it, and also, Indonesia has been killing it lately, like Satan's Slaves and Ivana, like some very good, very scary, just creepy fucking movies coming from there right now. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Satan's Slaves just knows you're getting. You just from that title, just know you're going into a fucked up movie.
Exactly.
Anyway, we'll move on here.
Yeah, this next one is called Dewey Shaw, and I am really looking forward to this one. I don't know, I think Sijin, the Book of Sijin, and Ayen, the one that you had just said, I hope I didn't butcher that. That one might be my favorite one, but I don't know, because Dewey Shaw here, this one looks fucking crazy. It's from director Nuhash Humaniun. Following 2023's folk horror anthology Pet Kata, Shaw, four new fearful fables from the leading light of the genre film in Bangladesh, this time redirecting focus towards social ills plaguing South Asia. Each Dewey Shaw's segments is strikingly distinct in theme and tone, ranging from gritty and gruesome to haunting, hilarious, mythic, and magically musical. Go figure. Official selection of South by Southwest 2025 Canadian premiere. This trailer had glass eating in it, a lot of mysterious shit. It looked relentless. I'm looking forward to this one.
And we in the Far East more than a white collar businessman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to. Jesus, dude. All right, I want to say this in a way that, like, look, we're not a politically correct podcast, and if this isn't something that I feel like I can get away with saying, our editor Josh will edit this out. Hopefully, he listens to the episode. But I want to say that I am looking forward to all of these movies that we mentioned, right? Like, before we get to our fifth one, I am looking forward to all of them. But the one thing that I could say that, but I guess not bothers me, the one thing that I wish is that it's just America's fallen so far off with, like, good horror, and it's so few and far between, that the only American horror film we have on here is Together. And that's still kind of like commercial. It's like all of like the gritty, like scary looking horror movies are coming from like Indonesia and Bangladesh. So like I just wish that, I think that's great because it's awesome that, horror's outsourced that far and that these movies are coming from there and these people are able to make like good, successful horror movies now. But part of me is still like, man, like we used to kill it here. And it's like, now it's all coming from somewhere else, and that makes me sound super like, I don't know if that makes me sound racist or super American. That's not how I mean this at all. I'm just like, man, like, in the 80s, it was just movie after movie after movie. And now it's like, if you want that next door, you got to look at what Indonesia's putting out because we're putting out fucking Woman in the Yard, bullshit, so that's my one thing to take away is like, just the true horror is coming from other places right now. Yeah.
I was just going to say, it looks like it's from the 90s, but like in the best kind of way.
Yes. Yes.
I got Creepshow vibes from it.
Oh, okay. I didn't really pick up on that, but I mean, just saying that is a good thing,
And apparently, like, this is our second anthology film. I mean, well, I guess the other one's more TV show, but it's still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe anthologies are the way to go now. All right. Well, for our last one, we got an American film, but it's also not horror. It's just one we're both really looking forward to, and that's Ari Aster's Eddington. It's actually going to open with a special screening of it. In May of 2020, a standoff between a small-town sheriff, Joaquin Phoenix, and a mayor played by Pedro Pascal sparks a powder keg as the neighbor is pitted against neighbor in Eddington, New Mexico. Also featuring Austin Butler, Emma Stone, Luke Grimes, Deidre Connell, Michael Ward, and Clifton Collins Jr.
I mean, that cast alone, that's why it's on our list. It doesn't have to be horror. I mean, we were allowed to be a little selfish sometimes.
Yeah. And Eddington is Astor's fourth film in an extraordinary filmography of landmarks following Hereditary, Midsummer, and Beau is Afraid. I still need to see Beau is Afraid.
I wouldn't use Beau is Afraid as a referencing point.
I mean, this is what they sent us.
But
I watched the short. I've liked the short I watched, but
didn't watch the short. But I did not like. I just remember watching it, going, "What the fuck is this?" Like I know
too
another
movie.
Fartsy for me, man. Too much.
I know another artsy fartsy film you have strong feelings about, and I've still never seen it.
Oh God!
But I'm going to ask you which one you think's worse.
Oh God!
Because you seem to really not like Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid or Birdman?
Oh God!
I think I broke you.
Birdman.
Yeah, still Birdman.
I still do Birdman. Yeah.
Man, at least it didn't make you hate Michael Keaton.
Correct.
Okay,
It succeeded in that in that sense, I guess.
Yeah, that's I'd say that's the 5 films we're most looking forward to, and of course the shorts as well. But
yeah, and it's funny because I don't even we're kind of playing it by ear right now. We have so many things going on. We don't really know what we're going to be reviewing next week, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to play and see what happens with the festival here. If not, we got a couple things stored up our sleeves. So, what do you think?
You got to tune in, find out. All right, so I guess we'll wrap things up here. Thanks to all the horror hounds and smokers out there for tuning in.
Thank you.
And we'll be bringing you some festival coverage, but we also have Bring Her Back that we'll be releasing here soon. Make sure to follow us online, High on Horror 420, Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, all that jazz.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. We everywhere. Yeah. I guess about wrap her up. Catch you later.
See y'all later.